Karen! Karen!
No, Zach, you don't even...
Karen!
No, man.
No. Don't.
You don't even know if that's actually her in there, man. Just
Aaron,
wait.
shut the f up, okay? This is family. Oh, my God.
Oh, Gary.
God.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God. I promise you, I'm going to help you rebuild the whole thing. I promise you.
Say, oh.
Zachary Taylor. Well, folks, if you follow me on Twitter and if you joined my live stream last night on YouTube, then you know that I did not have anything to say that could give Zach the benefit of the doubt to pretty much defend him towards Fatima's eventual confrontation with him about his reaction to Karen's death and even more of a reaction towards her return. I gotta say, he's in the doghouse. And for the first time ever, I'm completely on Fatima's side. Like I joked on Twitter last night, I said, look, I feel like maybe Tyler Perry or Crystal saw how hard I was being on Fatima during season 5 and season 2 of Zatima was like, you know what? Let's see if there's a way to get Jeremy to side with Fatima for a change. And I can wholeheartedly say that after last night's episode, combined with the promo for next week, I'm with her. Zach Attack, I don't know what you going to do to try to, prove your devotion to Fatima and get her to see that I can't even say that you don't have feelings for Karen, but all I got to say is this. If I were in Fatima's heels or, in a situation where, let's say I had a fiance and she reacted to the news of a dead ex the way that you did, and you put on a show, and then she put on a show, and if it turns out he didn't die, she just, leaped into his arms for a hug and everything, I'd be questioning a few things. First of all, you abandoned her at the law firm. Then once she finally made her way to the salon, you acted like she wasn't even there. This makes you look bad. Because look, it wasn't about Fatima. It wasn't. This was all about Karen. But here's the bad part. Fatima stood by and supported your ass just a few minutes ago when you were meeting your son, seeing the crappy living condition he's been raised in. I'm not even going to say he's a little slow. He just hasn't been properly developed yet. He hasn't properly developed yet because he's been left to his own devices. A mom who doesn't, potty train him, I highly doubt gives him any attention, doesn't help him talk and form words. And as a result, he hasn't developed. Fatima, instead of being like, you know what, Zach, this is a damn shame you got this son ruining our lives with this, basically acting like Karen would have acted. She's like, no, we can't leave him like this. We'll talk with Andy, talk to the proper lawyers, and get custody. Now, how do you repay this kind, gentle, understanding woman? What does she get for supporting you? Left to eat your dust because you run to the salon, which doesn't make a whole lot of sense. If Pam says Karen is dead, the salon was on fire, what were you looking to accomplish by running down there? Like, even worse is when you got there, you screaming, is Karen in there? Look, Zach, there was a fire. There's a body. Karen! She ain't going to answer you, Zach. And what made this worse was Fatima was in attendance for the whole thing. See, I thought that Fatima might show up a few minutes later after Zach put on the show, but no, she was there for the whole damn thing. And every time the camera either cut away to Fatima's reaction to Zach, or we saw her in the background, specifically, when he ran up to hug Karen and everything, her face said it all. Now, as much as the other actors were trying to overact and be emotional and could barely get a tear to come down their face, Fatima's subtle facial reactions said at her eyes, the way she was tilting her head, it spoke volumes. And what's even better is the fact that Pam was noticing all of this while Zach was just acting a damn fool. He wanted to start a fight with Aaron. He wanted to be the one to call Miss Lisa. It was awful. It was awful. Then things took a turn for the worse when it turns out Karen was alive. Now look, Zach's reaction up until that point, okay, you were acting a damn fool, but everybody was trying to, just break down. But when she came to the salon and he just pushed past Sabrina and made a beeline like he was Usain Bolt to hug her, oh man. And then, oh yeah, I'm glad you're okay. Yeah, hey. And don't worry about the salon. I will help you rebuild it. Don't worry about it. I'm just like, wow, Zach. Wow. In front of even Gary was like, ooh, you can just tell by looking at his face. And Aaron was like, I know this Negro. I mean, oh yeah, now he cares. Yeah. Because the only reason Aaron's pissed off because he knows he's going to need one hell of a performance himself in order to get Karen to, start liking him again, because he's already kind of in the doghouse with her as it is. But now the man that she still loves has put on such a performance and, is rejoicing in her return. It's going to be harder for him to even have a shot in hell to, get her back. So from there, he hugged her a few times. And then when he's stroking her hair, I'm like, Lord have mercy. And Fatima, I think when the other ladies left, she just quietly, I just maybe caught a ride share and left the scene. Somebody did say that she was driving Andy's car, which I don't know what that was the fact. I don't know who was driving what vehicle. I know Fatima was driving, but even worse was when they were leaving the law firm. Fatima, can you drive faster? Look, Andy, I'm driving. Not as fast as Zach, dumbass Pam. And Fatima's like, yeah, I know. And I'm just like, Zach, this is just awful. He was doing way too... Look, yes, I get it. He was in a toxic as hell, but romantic relationship with Karen for 3 years. But it's sad when Zach was showing far more emotion over Karen's demise than her friends. That says a lot. Now, when it comes down to it, I know Zach is an emotional person where when he's happy, you'll know it. When he's upset, you'll know it. When he's sad, you'll know it. When he's infuriated, you will know it. But to completely ignore your fiance, that is just sad. A lot of people are like, well, why didn't Fatima go over there and, hug and, comfort Zach instead of Andy? Fatima knew better. She knew she would go over there. The same way that Fatima comforted, the same way Zach was about to lose it over at Heather's apartment, that's the same way Fatima would have lost it. But honestly, I don't think, maybe if she was next to Zach, but I think Fatima played it smart because she did nothing but observe. What do they say? Actions speak louder than words. No matter how many declarations of love that Zach makes towards towards Fatima, no matter how many times, what was the whole thing in season 5? Zach, I know you still got feelings for, Karen, because look at how you always get all emotional and have these outbursts whenever somebody brings her up or whenever you're around Karen. Look, I ain't in love with Karen. I don't care about that girl. Now you look at the way he just toe up when he thought she was dead. And the way he was rejoicing when she returned, I got nothing. Zach, you were doing way too much. This was just wrong on so many levels. And even worse is when he looked around and Fatima was gone. And then Pam decided to tell him a little bit about himself. And look, I didn't want to hear, even though Pam was speaking facts, I didn't want to hear a damn thing she had to say because this is all her fault anyway. She the one running around telling people she dead and without getting the facts. And now, he's in the doghouse because even Gary and Preston and Calvin and Maurice and Aaron were like, yeah, man, you kind of fucked up. Your girl was right there and you're going to put on a show like that. And Zach is like, he's back to his senses like, well, it ain't even like that. So then in the next episode, I thought it was like, hey, I needed to hear the sound of your voice. I thought you hated me. No, I don't hate you, Karen. I love you. Zach, you did way too much. Way too much. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. But I'll leave the rest to you all. DeVal played the hell out of the scene. Yeah, it was over the top, but damn it, he did it. Hey, he did it. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. I honestly wouldn't blame Fatima if she left at this point. It's kind of funny because Zach is like, hey, you know what? I'm going to fix up this whole salon for you. Don't worry about it. And Fatima, if she would have said this, I would have laughed my ass off. Who are you going to get to fix it, Zach? Bob the fucking builder? If you watch Zatima, you'll know what that means. All right, well, thanks so much for tuning in. Like and subscribe, and I'll talk to you in the next one.